Welcome back to Paper Highlighter. Today, we're diving into one of the most controversial couples from 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, Loren Allen and Faith Gattock-Toulad. In my opinion, Loren and Faith should never ever get back together, and I'm going to explain exactly why. They may be one of the worst pairs in the franchise, and here's why their relationship is a disaster. Loren Allen and Faith Gattock-Toulad, a couple from 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days Season 7, are likely one of the least compatible pairs in the franchise. And here's why. Loren, hailing from Las Vegas, and Faith from the Philippines, made their first in-person meeting on the show after connecting on a dating app. Loren, who quickly decided he wanted to marry Faith and move permanently to the Philippines, traveled there without revealing his intentions to her. Faith, who hadn't had a boyfriend in 30 years, likely saw Loren as her way out and believed he would take her to the US where she could finally find acceptance. Unfortunately, she was mistaken. It was painful to watch Loren admit to cheating on Faith, justifying his actions with his interest in polygamy. Throughout the season, Faith was manipulated by Loren, who repeatedly lied to her but still had the audacity to propose. In a brief but empowering moment, Faith initially broke up with him, earning some respect from fans before ultimately saying yes to his proposal. Loren was allegedly unfaithful. Loren's infidelity was largely due to the language barrier between him and Faith. He exploited the fact that English was not her first language. When he confessed to sleeping with other people, Faith didn't fully grasp that Loren was talking about having sexual relationships with others. Loren had a strong interest in polygamy and wanted multiple partners, both before and after marriage. He planned to maintain relationships with other women even after moving to the Philippines and marrying Faith. But interestingly, Faith was unaware of this. During a conversation with the cameras, Loren tried to justify his actions, but his lies were exposed when he was on a video call with Faith and his friends. They told Faith that when Loren first joined the Filipino dating app, he was seeing many other women, but chose her as his special choice. After the call ended, Loren's friends asked him if they were exclusive, to which he replied that they didn't really talk about it. Loren knew Faith was only seeing him, yet he kept his actions in Las Vegas a secret. It's likely he would have continued cheating on her indefinitely, especially considering how he hid other crucial details, like his financial situation and his desire to move to the Philippines. While Faith dreamed of moving to the US, it wasn't until Loren contracted gonorrhea that he was forced to confess. Loren seems money-minded. Loren from 90 Day Fiancé shared that he was broke, homeless, and living on people's couches while working 3 jobs in Las Vegas. He planned to spend the rest of his life with Faith in the Philippines, but didn't seem to have any solid plans for employment. It appeared his only intention was to depend on her, especially since he had just $46 when he left the US and didn't want to return. According to In Touch, Loren was previously married to Cheyenne Allen Hines in 2011, but they divorced 2 years later after having 2 children. Cheyenne was granted custody and Loren was required to pay child support, though it seems he failed to meet his financial obligations. His ex-wife has accused him of willfully abandoning their children. Cheyenne has been open about her financial struggles, even revealing in a video posted by blogger Shibuda that she couldn't afford a cake for her son. Meanwhile, Loren appeared to be enjoying his time in the Philippines, which came across as selfish to me, especially since he seemed to avoid taking responsibility for his role as a parent. Loren has a troubled romantic history. Loren didn't mention his ex-wife Cheyenne or his 2 children on 90 Day Fiancé. Instead, he focused heavily on discussing his attraction to trans women, claiming that he realized he wanted to be with a trans woman at the age of 7 or 8. He blamed his family for pressuring him into the straight lifestyle, which led him to have cisgender girlfriends, one of whom was Esther. Esther appeared on the show to support Loren, but it became clear that he was now using her and her money while pretending to be friends with her. I can't help but wonder if Loren ever told Faith about his past relationship with Esther, or about his ex-wife. I'd love to hear Faith's perspective on that, but the drama doesn't stop there. Loren wasn't even supposed to meet Faith in the Philippines before filming. Initially, he had been talking to someone he thought was a ladyboy, only to discover that person was a scammer. Rather than waste his plane ticket, Loren decided to find another ladyboy on a dating app, and he knew Faith would fall into his trap. Even more shockingly, Loren later hooked up with the same person who gave him gonorrhea after returning to the US following his split with Faith. Loren tried to reconcile with Faith. Despite Loren's infidelity, Faith ended up taking him back, although it's unclear if she knew that Loren married someone else just under 2 weeks after their split. Loren, from 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, tied the knot with a trans woman named Carlos in Las Vegas in December 2023. However, the marriage was short-lived, lasting only a year before they divorced in December 2024, citing incompatibility. Loren hasn't mentioned his marriage to Carlos on the tell-all, as the reunion was filmed in October 2024. By the time of the reunion, Loren and Faith were back together, which means Faith accepted him despite the fact that he had been married to Carlos. Loren's reasons for marrying Carlos remain unclear, but knowing his history, it's likely there was a selfish motive behind marrying her so soon after returning to the U.S. The bigger question is whether Faith is so desperate to come to America that she has let go of her self-respect to stay with a man who not only cheated on her but also married someone else.